Hey, I'm Tyson from Tooz and T. Welcome back, or pleasure to meet you, whatever the case may be. Today we're talking dyads and power chords when two notes is all you need. Okay, first up, let's get this out of the way. A chord, by definition, is a combination of three or more notes, hence all our talk of triads up to this point. But we'll be saying power chords and five chords throughout most of this dyad discussion, even though we're really only talking about two notes. And that gets us right to it. A dyad is simply the combination of any two notes. It can sound more interesting than a single note being played all by its lonesome, but it might not have all the ingredients to tell us whether it's a true major or minor chord. Power chords, also known as five chords or fifth chords, are a particular type of dyad that use the root note and the perfect fifth. If we use C as an example, you might see this written as a C5, or in the case of Roman numeral analysis, in the key of C major as an uppercase Roman numeral 1 with a 5 in superscript. We talked about major and minor chords in our last video, and we discovered that they both share the same root note and perfect fifth. Since fifth chords only contain these two notes, they can pair well with or be used as stand-ins for both chord types, major or minor. Use of dyads and power chords in your own music will depend heavily on your personal preference and your musical style, but they are super common in rock music, both as primary chords and as backing chords. So now that we know what they are, let's go ahead and put it to the test. See what all we can do using just two notes. For this exercise, we'll just pull a chord progression right off of our wheel here. Let's do this 1, 6, 4, 5, and actually let's go ahead and tack on another 1 right at the tail end there. We'll play this in the key of A major using the A major scale, and to get started, we'll just focus on the root notes for each of our chords. Alright, so that may or may not be starting to sound a little familiar to you, but let's go ahead and turn these single notes into five chords. Okay, pretty neat. Now let's change what strings we're playing these notes on. We'll move our octave up a little bit and we'll do a little picking. Cool. So, two notes per chord. Let's break those down, see if we can reverse engineer them back into our scale. So our A5 is an A and an E, our F sharp 5 is an F sharp and a C sharp, our D5 is a D and an A, and our E5 is an E and a B. So if we take all those notes we just played and we write them out in order, beginning with our 1, we have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. 6 out of 7 notes in our A major scale. And considering this is a major scale with our 5th scale degree indicating a major chord, an E major in this case, if we build the triad for our E major chord, an E, a G sharp, and a B, lo and behold, we found that elusive G sharp we were missing, and we've got our scale looking all prim and proper. So there you have it. Hopefully you can see that dyads and power chords not only go a long way in capturing the essence of a song or a chord progression, but when you break them down into their basic elements, they can also do a lot to inform you about the scale you're playing and what key you may be playing in. Well, that's one more vid fresh from the oven, but now it's time to go. Appreciate you watching. Hope this was useful, and we'll see you later.